Today we are covering the best GPUs at each price point up to £500. This one is mainly for the Brits, but can give you some good ideas if the prices are slightly different where you are. All GPU prices will be sourced from Amazon. Anyway, let's get into it. For £100 you can pick up an AMD Radeon RX 580. This card is a mid-range card released in 2017. So can't lie, it ain't that quick. However, in some games such as Fortnite, Apex Legends, and GTA 5 you can get 60 plus FPS and 1080p if you crank them graphics settings down. It is definitely not the best GPU by a mile. However, if you want a budget, not a bad choice. And remember 8GB version, do not pick the 4GB version. Next, £200 GPU. Here there is a couple of mentions. For around £200 you can pick up a Radeon RX 7600 or a Radeon RX 6650. These are quite an upgrade from the previous GPU as they were released more recently with more advanced technology. Both are 8GB models and can handle 1080p in high settings and 1440p in mid to low settings depending on the game. With more modern games eating up VRAM, you could run into some limitations if pushing the graphics in modern titles. However, for a budget to mid-range build, both of these cards would be an excellent option. Next, the £300 card, we have a 9060 XT. Released in 2025, this GPU packs a punch for the price. With 16GB of VRAM, you can run this card on Ultra 1080p and even push some game comfortably into high settings on 1440p. As this is a new release, it has a long upgrade path ahead. Now, did you think we would leave NVIDIA out? Of course not. Next, the £400 GPU. We picked the 5060 Ti 16GB. This card is basically the 9060 XT with the NVIDIA benefits, meaning better ray tracing, compatibility, and efficiency. You can push the 5060 Ti with some games running in 4K, however, you may need to use DLSS. Yes, the AI frames. However, for £400 you cannot go wrong as this perfect card for a clean mid-range build that will last for a good few years. Right, time for the last one. The £500 GPU is the 5070. This GPU does have less VRAM than the last two entries at this price point. But the GPU architecture is better. This GPU is a comfortable GPU to have. It is stable, runs well, and can run pretty much anything how you want. On some games you may have to dial down from the ultra graphic settings, but for the price, it is definitely a win. If you like this video, let us know. We will let you know the best cards to get from £500 to £1,000 next. Go give us a like. Follow for more techie content. Go techie.